Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Subnautica Below Zero. So last episode, we actually got Alan's body made, met him, and he said he went off to the warp gate facility or whatever that's, I think, with the Phi Robotics Center. But before I do head over there, I think I might just try and do a little bit of Subnautica Safari first. It's like, if I go into stuff about, like, the life forms here, like, there's a lot I still have that I could read over. Oh, wait, what? The newt fish. Small predator eliminates the need to overcome its prey by simply swallowing it whole. Its clever markings can easily pass for a small herbivore, allowing it to sneak up on its prey. Looks like a beak is in fact a single stretchy expandable lip lined with barbed, teeth. Once within reach, envelops its prey, drawing it. So it's actually like a giant vacuum in a way with the... Oh, I did not realize that. And Pingwing we've seen out and about. The Pinnacarad was one that we kind of found on its... kind of swimming in a few weird areas. Intelligent, curious creatures which hunts and forages below the waterline, but returns to the surface to breathe. Well, it's actually air breather. Many flippers make this an acrobatic hunter underwater, but vulnerable on land, whereas capable at best of a fast shuffle. Oh, I didn't even realize it could actually be, like, amphibious in a way, but I guess just with the amount of flippers it could. Drawing consumes small fish. Diet may also include various plant materials, side-facing eyes, unusual for a predator, likely serves defensive warning system. Yeah, usually predators use binocular vision, which is kind of like how we are, where our eyes kind of aren't, like, on the full sides of our heads. They're more pointed forward and can hone in for better depth perception. Herbivorous animals, more like, say, deer or stuff like that, the eyes are more on the side, so it gives them a much wider range of vision, without the super need for depth to it. Okay, let's see. Purple tinted antennae on the head, detect moving fish nearby, shows no aggression towards human, even curiosity if there's a chance of a meal. Okay. Rock Puncher, we kind of saw the big crab guys, just kind of stalk around, smacking stuff. The Snowstalker! This is what, oh god, what is it? Preston? I think Preston. Snowstalker, bear-like evolutionary offshoot of aquatic stalk. Wait a minute, what? Evolutionary offshoot of the aquatic stalker needed to warmer aquatic biomes of 4546b. I mean, I can see some of the relation now, because that does look close to just our regular stalker's head and the, like, dorsal spines, but really, it's an evolutionary offshoot. Typically affects predators and biomes, operate in packs, marine or land-based creatures, enter the water, hunt, defend territory. So I guess kind of like polar bear, where it has a chance of, like, being amphibious. Thick hollow fur secretes a thin layer of oil, keeps Snowstalker warm in Arctic climate, modified dorsal fin, aid in aquatic hunting. How does that aid in aquatic hunting would be my question. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it would. Cyan bioluminescence on tongue and tail help pack stay together during winter storms. Would it really? I'm not sure if it'd be... I mean, I know this is all, like, complete alien stuff, but I really don't know if that would actually be bright enough from, like, the little spot up there and the tail tip to see through, like, a winter or Arctic storm. Oh, the spiky trap. This thing caused us a bit of grief down in the root depths. And then the squid shark. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, what? A Leviathan-class predator at the smaller end of the scale. Okay, I guess that explains it. Which allow it to hunt wide range of prey, expel swallowed seawater through vents on either side of its body. Yeah, you can see the vents right there. Internal jaw can be extended and clamped down. Two blue electrified tentacles dragged beneath its body, used to perform hit and run attacks on larger, slower targets, subduing them over time. So, I thought it was like an EMP pulse, but I guess it's almost more like a jellyfish where they have stingers or just like shocks to try to stop something. Symbiote? Yeah, we've seen this little guy for a few times, so he's been out about it. It basically seems like it's basically just a bleeder in a way. Feed mostly on overconfident predators which attack the Titan Holefish. Oh! Okay, small fast power nest inside the hull of the Titan Holefish defends them at all costs. So that's why they're symbiotes. They literally are. Okay, large herbivores. Let's see. The Arctic Ray. Kind of interesting to see the underside of them. The eye jelly we kind of saw around. Okay, so they're actually electrical tentacles, so it's not like jellyfish which have, like, venom to them. Hive mind, we kind of saw those weird things. This guy, the lily paddler. Medium-sized herbivore, elongated bifurcated torso, and multiple bioluminescent ornaments, or adornments. I won't spend the entire time reading, I'm just wanting to go through, like, some of this to see if there's anything I've missed that I'd like to go after. So vulnerable attack, long arms recede, like pendulous slave, very colors and light conditions. When threatened, the paddler emits a pheromonal defense that disrupts higher order brain function in certain species. At night, the paddler's illuminated plumage looks like a school of smaller fish, perhaps convincing predators they're not worth the chase. Okay. These little guys, we had our very first scanner was actually taken away by one, and we never found it again. Medium-sized intelligent herbivore shows great interest in other life forms and possessions. Two finger-like appendages on each form, tipped with suction pens for basic object manipulation. Turquoise crest, major ridge bone, possibly used as a ram, although it's not been observed. I'm wondering if it's almost like a mate or like a courtship display in a way, sort of like how you have the big peacock feather fan. Maybe that's what the head is for on that guy. Roam the ocean almost playfully, largely fearless of predators. That's odd. You think these guys would have the brains to kind of be more careful around them. Sea monkey nest, sky ray, titan holefish. Okay, small guys. There are some neat ones here, like the Arctic peeper. Researcher notes, don't like the auto-generated names, suggest ice clops. The arrow ray was actually a neat one this might actually be one of my favorite looks from like the animals that have been added in Below Zero. Relatively small ray species capable of fast evasive maneuvers. Feeds on plankton, fins on its head form an isosceles triangle, which it can tilt to perform fast and unpredictable maneuvers. Sharp forward fin tips are capable of spearing attackers who manage to catch up. Oh, interesting. Actually, has like a little bit of self-defense to it, but I just really like the look of this little guy. I didn't realize he's a plankton feeder, though. I guess the mouth is kind of thin, so it just like takes in water. Bladderfish, we know. The discus fish is a weird one, because I think the eye... Actually, I gotta read up on this, because it's really interesting. Colorful small fish with laterally compressed body, discus generally survives off algae or other plant materials. Those serve as new... Okay, I was trying to figure out more about it, like, is this actually the eye here, or is this part the eye? And that's the mouth, or... Like, I thought this guy would have some more info on him. But this is another really nice-looking one that was added to it. I guess it's something with having, like, the weird top and bottom on an animal. The featherfish is a common species that lives in various biomes. Coloring is distinct but also functional. Bright white on the belly, the fish helps keep it safe from predators below, blending in with sunlight coming through the surfaces of the water. So it's basically counter shading, which is like what you see with great white sharks, where it's meant to be the dark top, so that way if it's below you can't see it, and if it's above you have the white underbelly for that reason as well. The red featherfish, though, gets pretty colorful. Deep water variant to the more common featherfish, coloring helps blend into deeper, darker waters or less red light penetration. Result, red and black fish are less visible predators. Spinefish, I'm pretty sure this is basically just right out of the base game for that one in the Lost River area. And then the spinnerfish was actually a neat little one. Bizarre fish with starter-like fins, which spins to generate propulsion. Capable of very high speeds in a straight line, slow, wide turning circle. Like other small prey fish, they feed on a variety of seeds and grasses around the seabed. And the last one was the Triops, which is weird little guy. It's a bottom feeder. Unusual trioptical vision. Mouth parts on the underside hoover up and crunch down on small vertebrates on the sea floor, spending much of his time hiding from predators above as camouflage blend in with the surrounding terrain when necessary. Forward-facing eyes are unusual in prey creatures, not at least 3 of them. Each eye, however, is angled slightly outwards, which gives the Triops a field of view of almost 240 degrees. Careful use of this powerful faculty is likely what has kept the Triops alive to date. Yeah, so it's basically like 3 giant camera lenses to help it watch for everything around it to make it more likely to hide or not be caught by a predator. And now Leviathans, there is one of these guys we'll probably go get, but here's the Chelicerath. This guy was causing us a few problems. An aggressive Leviathan with enormous beak, there's limited knowledge of this alien monstrosity at this time, and many on 4546b hope it stays that way. Chelicerae. These large mandibles of the chelicerae are composed of bony material crushes and saws through bones and muscle with ease. Mandibles open up while the backwards facing teeth digging flesh prevent easy escape. Prey is pulled towards the chelicerate's mouth and devoured. Yeah, it's basically sort of like you can think of... I guess the closest thing might be a moray eel in a way. Basically, it holds you with the front jaws, and then the second ones reach out and just drag you closer and closer until it swallows you whole. Pretty terrifying in its own right, but thankfully the game was very generous with the defense perimeter. The exoskeleton of it. Chelicerate's body is made of thick, segmented exoskeleton. Exoskeleton grows in flexible, overlapping plates. Provides protection from atmospheric pressure while giving the Chelicerate the maneuverability to easily pursue prey. Why does it need the atmospheric pressure, though? We haven't actually seen it, like, very deep down. It's always been more of a... Yeah, patrols the warmer waters found near thermal vents. Can be seen feeding upon other predators and fish. So it only... Hold on a moment. There's something interesting there. Okay, as attacked, Chelicerate maps allowed to screech, disjoint its prey, smaller fish temporarily stun them, blah blah blah. The Void Chelicerate is a rare mutation of the Chelicerate that prefers to roam in dark, open waters at the edge of the sector. So those must be the new ghost Leviathans that keep you from going too far out. I may actually have to go and find one of those guys, see what it looks like. The Vent Garden, we've seen those. Hope. I'm not sure why this is in, like, the fauna. And the Rock Grub, we've seen that little guy. So yeah, there are 2 Leviathans now to go and find, so I guess that'll be what we'll do first. Because I have a feeling there can't really be much of the game exactly left to be accomplished. We've got Alan made, he's at the warp plant area thing. One thing I'm going to do is snag the water. And then we're going to go for a little bit of a Leviathan Safari. I don't know if I'd actually go and scan the Void Chelicerate. Just because from the sounds of it, it might just be a bit of a different color scheme to it. But it is probably also going to be a bit terrifying to run into anyway, so... I think the fastest way would be... Okay, there's Delta Dock, so I think just going straight this way will get us out to see one of these things. Oh, actually, hang on, I almost forgot this again. Not that I think I really need, but I guess it doesn't hurt to bring it along. There we go, all hooked up. Okay, now let's go after these. Yeah, I admit, Subnautica, I think the most terrifying thing is when you go into, like, the open water outside of the map boundaries. Hold on a moment, was that a... Okay, no, it is an Arctic peeper. Just, for some reason, to me, it looked... I guess maybe because I didn't have the light on, it just looked like a regular peeper. Like that, just dark blue and big orange eye. Yeah, there's the little feather fin there, you can see. Yeah, I'm curious to see what a Void Chelicerate is. I knew there had to be some method in place for keeping you in bounds of the game, but I wasn't sure what it would have been. But that little... almost like a teaser in a way to say there's something interesting out there. But then it also makes me wonder, is it, like... larger than the... like, is it going to be larger than a regular Chelicerate? Is it going to have different color scheme? Okay, so we're over the wreck corridor. Truthfully, I don't even think... I think I only called it that because of a part that was... well, actually, one part of it was, like, going into a big corridor of sorts, but... okay, this will take us slowly towards the edge. Yeah, this is where Subnautica gets scary, where you lose, like, where the depths basically... oh, one of the little arrow rays that I like. I think that's actually a squid shark coming. Oh, no, that was a Chelicerate, actually. I don't know if you're a void one or not. I don't think so, because I feel... Okay, now that's a squid shark for sure. I just gotta get down and find out, like, where that sort of, like, very edge limit is. Because apparently there's... Actually, I don't think I've been to this area. I didn't even know there was an area like this here. Okay, but I think if we go this way... Yeah, I'm guessing Void Chelicerate will be out here. So just gotta remember, go north to get our way back after we get one to appear. Brute Shark. This is where it can be creepy. Oh Lord, how far do we have to go? Oh, okay.
Dead zone. The prospect for survival is fast approaching 0.
Okay, so now you actually have to go a ways out before you hit the... Okay. It's here somewhere. Oh my god, that is horrifying. We're getting out of here. That is horrifying! And it looks like it actually doesn't grab you, it just smashes your vehicle. Yeah, it just... Oh, crap. And it does a lot of damage to you. That is absolutely horrifying to come across. We're going to go back towards... Yeah, Glow Whale. Buddy, turn around. Just turn around. You don't want to go out there. It's like sickly and it has no plating on it. I don't know what to make of that. I'm glad I came out to see it, but you guys thought the Shadow Leviathan was terrifying. Holy... I don't have the things to actually have stayed out to see it better. But, like, I might even just, like, take a small screenshot of when we're beside that. Holy. That was kind of horrifying. I don't know why it would have lost the plating, though. I thought it was just going to be, like, a darker color. No, it's like a fleshy abomination, in a way. Like, sickly or dying, almost, for how it looked. I'm just going to get us back to the rec corridor here, because this was kind of like a safe spot area. I at least know where it is. But I was not expecting that much of a difference. And also the size. Like, I think that was quite a bit bigger than the regular Chelicerate. Okay, that's even more reason to not go wandering off. Because it is both terrifying and horrifying to look at. But we got one other one to go after for a scan. And the method to get this guy does seem to be that we'll, Right, where are the... Okay, there's Crystal Site. Deep Crystals are over that way. Oh. Actually got the little vent garden floating around here. Yeah, so we... I think that was just the Cryptosukai, but... God, I was not expecting that from what the Void Chelicerate would look like. And yeah, it didn't... It seems like it doesn't actually do the grab thing. It just smacks you around, so... I am kind of surprised at how much damage it does, though. Because it seemed like it was doing about a quarter of our health, or maybe even more, for every little strike it would do. So I just gotta try to remember how I get... Okay, I think actually the old wreck site was sort of like the area to get down to that. Like, regular Chalicerate, not very... I mean, with the equipment, it's not that scary. But that thing, holy hell. I gotta admit, the Shadow Leviathan is nothing compared to what that Void Chalicerate was. It makes me wonder how many people actually went to try going out the edge and see what all's out there. I was not ready for that. I can be completely honest, I was not ready for that. But at least we were getting our safari done for sure. Okay, so this is down to the deep crystals, and we don't actually have to go that far. Because all we basically need is to wait around at the entrance here, and one of the Shadow Leviathans will swim out around on this, like, little patrol of this area. So basically what we need to do is have it grab our thing, scan him while he's ripping it apart, or trying to rip it apart, and hopefully just get out of here. Yeah, so there's one that'll probably come in around through there, then go out that way. So if we just wait long enough, we'll see him pop out. Just want to make sure I do have... Yeah, I got the scanner ready. There you are! Okay, we got him. Let's pop back in quickly. Oh, actually, you know what? All he wanted was just the one, and now it seems like he's completely uninterested. Okay, so we gotta make out with the sea truck, and we got ourselves another entry. We're just gonna scoot our way out of the area for a little bit here, and then we'll read where it's relatively safe. That was, I think, enough safari for below zero. So let's read up on the Shadow Leviathan and see what it kind of has to mention. I still am kind of annoyed that this is all you get for the Void Chalicerate. Oh, rare mutation that proves in dark waters. Nothing about how it's a terrifying abomination of nature. But the Shadow Leviathan. This is a massive 60-meter plus Leviathan that appears to be the odd convergence of several evolutionary offshoots. Wait a minute, odd convergence? I mean, it does sort of remind me of, like, the Iceworm head. Shovel-like head, streamlined head of the Shadow Leviathan helps it slice through the water as it approaches its prey. And the smooth skin is thick head plating that is used as battering ram to ward off competing Shadow Leviathans during mating season. Yeah, the legs are interesting because... Does that actually mean it could, like, crawl along the ground if it wanted? Legs are covered with thick segmented exoskeleton similar to an arthropod. Windling's legs are used less for propulsion, which is left to its blade-like tail, and more for hunting prey. Okay. Thick legs fold open over captured fauna like a cage, while a strong exoskeleton protects the tissue beneath from damage as Leviathan feeds. And the bioluminescent digestive tract. The Shadow Leviathan's mouth leads directly to its digestive tract, which secretes a highly acidic compound onto captured prey. Bioluminescent cavity attracts light-seeking phytoplankton, which in turn draw in larger fish. Extreme threat, avoid at all costs. So there we go. We've gotten ourselves the big Leviathans out of the way. I can't really imagine anything that I haven't scanned or, like, come across. Maybe just some small fish. But I think anything big and scary, we've covered. So the only thing we have left to do now is maybe stop Actually, I don't even think we have to stop by back at Alpha Base. We could just head right to meet Alan at the, like, Waygate thing. I've just got to get us back to Alpha Base, which is somewhere over this way. There it is. Maybe the Chelicerae? Or maybe a Cryptosuchus. Might just be a Cryptosuchus. I think it was the Chelicerae, it would have had us by now. Yeah. God, that... I'm sorry, I'm still just caught off guard by that. Like, the little sighting we had of the Void Chelicerae. I'm definitely going to basically just, like, towards the end of the video, just have, like, a picture or replay that little sequence of it, because it is just so entirely different to everything else we've seen in Subnautica. I think even first game, because, like, even the Ghost Leviathan felt more, like, healthy and proper. The Void, though, that, no. No. Yeah, we're just going to stop in at base. I'll repair up the sea truck here. In the next episode, we are good to go meet Alan, and I'm guessing it has to be towards the very end. Like, I can't see another biome that we've yet to go through and do.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, let me just repair this. There we are. And I'm just going to top myself off a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to end this episode of Below Zero right here. You know what, I think I maybe will take just the necklace with us. I mean, it's probably not going to matter that much, but I figure it might not hurt just to have a few things. Sort of say, like, we were keeping the inventory full or whatever, and anything else I want to kind of, like, bring with us? I don't really think so. I think just the necklace, and that might be all. Yeah, so next episode we'll see where this all leads up to. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode of Subnautica Below Zero. The next episode is definitely for the finale, so I'm afraid it doesn't... Actually, no, I think I do have one more name I can put on a locker for the final episode, just because it was that comment that came in on Below Zero. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Below Zero. If you did like the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of that Void Chelicerae, because, oh, that was kind of freaky. But until I do see you in the next video, please remember, as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.